Katie is the youngest of our 9 children, and prior to her being born, I had a partial placenta detachment, which left her with periventricular leukomylasia and hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, which has left her with the side effects of Spastic Quadriplegia Cerebral Palsy, epilepsy, and blindness. So usually about every month we were into a pneumonia and in and out of hospitals for the first 3 years of her life, and then we went to having in-home oxygen on a steady basis. She was on 10 oral medications, and she was on Ventolin and Pulmicort and 1.5 to 5 liters of oxygen. We were suctioning every hour, like sometimes 20 to 40 times in an hour we would have to suction out her throat because she couldn't swallow very well. We'd hire people in to just carry her around so that I could even have a bath or I could take a nap. Katie was in liver failure, and she was about 2 hours a day she would maybe be coherent. It was like working with a comatose person. It was a real sad time around here that she couldn't survive much longer at the state that she was at. We introduced EMPower to her, and after just 2 jars of EMPower, we went from 1.5 liters of oxygen per minute to no oxygen at all. And she was more physically active, moving around more in her bed. She was more verbal. She developed the ability to grasp things and bring them to her mouth, and now can actually hold toys for fair lengths of time and purposely use them to bring to her mouth and explore them.
She's quite active with her hands and doing a lot more as far as neck control goes, and just sounds and alertness overall. And now she's able to stay in the standing frame just about as long as I'll keep her there. She's been able to go off many of her medications.
We are down to 4 drugs that we are working with. 3 of them we are reducing.
She's much easier to take places. She doesn't need her big suction machine, she doesn't need a big oxygen tank. And not only that, she's happy when she goes. She's much more alert. When I first started, she pretty much just laid in bed.
The physiotherapists and occupational therapists have been working with her for a number of years now, prior to EMPowerplus, and they are amazed at the changes that they're seeing in Katie, the development that she has had, and they're excited about the progress and are encouraged by what they're seeing.
I think she's much happier, and she lets us know when she's happy, but she also lets us know when she's sad, which is a really good thing because you feel like you're interacting with someone that's more normal.
We gave up on vision about age 2 because the doctor felt that Katie had no vision at all. But recently, because of the eye movement that we've been seeing since the EMPowerplus, we thought it was worth looking into again. So we have a vision consultant that's rather new to Katie, but he is very excited because he's found peripheral vision in Katie. Before, it was a big sadness to look at your child and not be able to help her, not be able to communicate with her, not be able to do much with her. And now we can smile and laugh together and play hand games together and cuddle, and we can go for walks, and she can find enjoyment in what we do. And it's been exciting because it's like having just opened up a flower and it's began to bloom because of EMPower. She's just, there's something there now that at one time there really wasn't.
When you have a handicapped child, to one degree or another, the whole family becomes disabled. And you know, you have to rely upon doctors and you have to rely upon the experts. But the systems didn't help the way we thought that it would. And coming in contact with EMPowerplus, I've got to say I was skeptical at first. But over these last 2 years, watching how Katie's care has improved, and seeing the changes in Katie herself, and watching the light come back into her mother's eyes. And it's all built on the simple principle of nutrition, which I can understand, that if you feed the body what the body needs, the cells can repair themselves and the body can take care of itself. We've got a long ways to go yet with Katie, but
Yeah.
we have hope now.
Yeah.
We have hope in what we're doing.